أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله. إن الحمد لله نحمده سبحانه ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، له الملك وله الحمد، يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير. اللهم اقسم لنا من خشيتك ما تحول به بيننا وبين معصيتك، ومن طاعتك ما تبلغنا به جنتك، ومن اليقين ما تهون به علينا مصائب الدنيا. ومتعنا اللهم بأسماعنا وأبصارنا وقواتنا ما أحييتنا، واجعله الوارث منا، واجعل ثأرنا على من ظلمنا، وانصرنا اللهم على من عادانا. اللهم ولا تجعل مصيبتنا في ديننا، ولا تجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا ولا مبلغ علمنا. اللهم ولا تسلط علينا بذنوبنا من لا يخافك ولا يرحمنا يا رب العالمين. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم إن زلزلة الساعة شيء عظيم. يوم ترونها تذهل كل مرضعة عما أرضعت، وتضع كل ذات حمل حملها، وترى الناس سكارى وما هم بسكارى ولكن عذاب الله شديد. وأصلي وأسلم على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين سيدنا محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه وعنا معهم إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد. In the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most compassionate, the most merciful, all praise and thanks are due to him, and peace and blessings be upon his beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He who is guided by the will of Allah, no one can misguide him, and he who is misguided, no one can guide him except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I do bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger. Respected brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today's khutbah, inshallah, with the blessings and the barakah and the guidance, the tawfiq of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, will be about the importance of conveying the true knowledge or delivering the true knowledge for non-Muslims by us. The importance, how important it is to deliver the true knowledge for non-Muslims. The reason why I decided, I went through simple experience yesterday. It brought many meanings to my mind. I decided to share you with this experience, inshallah. And it reminded me with a very important ayah in the Quran. It will come by the end, inshallah. Yesterday I was in a meeting. In that meeting, there was one of the sisters that I know long time ago, more than 20 years ago. And she's living in this country since many years. So I asked her about her experience. She's wearing the hijab. She's a practicing Muslim, wa jazakallahu khairan. I happen to know in the discussion of the meeting that she is the only, not just hijabi, the only non-whites and the only Arab Muslim hijabi sister in that Canadian company. All of the people around here, they were exclusively speaking white Canadians. So I asked her, please, can you give me an idea about your experience? How did you manage to live? Was it something easy, difficult, the reactions? You've been there since many years. You are wearing a very, very good hijab. It's not just, you know what we call it in our slang language, hijab nuskum. It's not hijab nuskum. It's a very good hijab, okay? I mean, she's practicing Islam very well, which means she tells practically that I'm a practicing Muslim, which means she will be like a magnetic, that she will be asked a question. She will be exposed to questions. Look what she told me. She said, to be honest with you, at the very beginning, I felt because of the law, you know, in Canada, you have a lot of laws that stops everyone from any kind of discrimination. So everyone, even if you are interested to know or to ask, you are afraid to commit something that without intention might be offensive because you don't know. You would like to ask, excuse me, why you are putting this on this head? You want to know just, excuse me, this is interference, for example, privacy, something, discrimination. So people are afraid. She said they were all afraid to say anything about religion. Once they came aware that I'm very friendly, very flexible, I have no problem to speak with them. When they had the trust that there is no problem, you can't imagine the number of questions I started receiving from them on a daily basis. Questions about fasting, about Ramadan, about the hijab, about family, many questions. Then she said, this what stopped me. She said, I felt, and they told her, we don't know any kind of trustworthy resources to ask. We are afraid. We don't know from where we bring the information. And this stopped me. Look to what level some of them, they are simple, nice, but ignorant. To a degree, one of the ladies, colleague, when she knew it happened that Ramadan came, she knew that she has to fast, 16, 17, 18 hours, it depends on the year. But when she knew that she must stop eating and drinking for a full day, up to 18 hours, she became very sympathetic. She thought she's forced, she can do nothing but just keep hungry. So she kept thinking in a way to find a solution for her. She came next day, she said, look, I had a very good idea for you. I said, what is it? He said, I advise you all the night keep drinking alcohol. This was his advising. Then you will go to sleep and take a day off from the work. Go sleep, you will stay asleep all the day. Then wake up by the sunset and you will not feel any kind of hunger. She said, but I'm not allowed to drink alcohol. She said, really? Not even just very little? Just to give you the level of ignorance that they know nothing. They became sympathetic. Okay, this was what I received yesterday. This reminded me with something happened with me personally. A few years ago, I was about to finish some kind of official documents in a governmental department. So I was standing with one of the ladies. She's 70 plus, white Canadian, happened to be, later I discovered she's a Christian. But when the discussion started, I had no idea who was she. So she asked me, how did you find the country? She knew that I'm from Jordan. Okay, I said, nice. I'm happy, everything is easy, cool. What do you work? I said, I'm a university professor in the field of Islamic studies, comparative religions. She said, okay. I have a big issue with Sharia law. Immediately. Just when she knew my field, immediately I have a big issue with Sharia law. I smiled. I took it very easy. I said, do you know what's the meaning of Sharia law? She said, yes. I said, okay, what is it? You see, you chop hands, you chop heads, and you lash people. That's it. So this is what you know about Sharia law. I said, do you know what's the meaning of the word Sharia? She said, no. I said, have you heard about the word Torah? She said, yeah, definitely, yes. I'm a Christian, I know the Torah, the first part of the Bible. I said, do you know that the Torah in Hebrew means Sharia in Arabic? She said, what? I said, do you know when you say you have a problem with Sharia law, you are literally saying you have a problem with the law of the law? I said, what? I said, Sharia means law. Literally means the way. okay? Literally, in the lexicons, the root verb. It means the way. Sharia, the way that you are, taking or proceeding in. Now, as a terminology, it's the Islamic law. It's law, qanun, teachings. She was completely ignorant. Then I explained to her. With a very nice, I explained. She started asking a question. Why, when, how, wearing women, something. I kept explaining. At the end, she thanked me very much. She said, I did not know. I had no idea. Then she started expressing her feeling as a Christian. And she feel something not nice because of us immigrants. Government, they are pushing them for something they don't want because of us. And something, it was a fruitful discussion. At least she became normal, expressing why she said, okay, I'm as a Christian, for example, why I'm not allowed to put the tree inside of my department because this might be offended for anyone like you Muslims or the Sikh or the Hindu or whatever. So regardless, but we had a fruitful discussion. My point, I discovered that she had a lot of misunderstanding. They were solved just when I spoke with her. Okay? Now, subhanallah, I was just thinking what to talk about this khutbah. These two things, one of them happened yesterday, one of them 3 years ago. I came today in the morning after the Fajr. I opened my mobile. I am thinking about what shall I speak today, about Ramadan, about something else. Sometimes I open everything I have, messages, videos, something just to, my idea was, inshallah, I will be inspired. Do you know what was the first video in my face was, which I consider the message from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? The video was a group of, I think most of you maybe saw something like it, a group of American Muslims, and this video was done in Germany as well, and one of the Scandinavian countries as well, and in many places in America. What's the idea? Two young Muslims, it does not appear clearly that they are Muslims because they are wearing some kind of cool stuff. Okay, you can't tell that they are Muslims. So, this hat and put it, in the reverse, leather jacket, something. They brought a copy from the Bible and they put the cover of the Quran on a paper cover. The cover reads Holy Quran. The exact literal book inside is the Bible. They had a camera, a mic. Hello, may I ask a question? Yes. I will read some text from the Quran for the audience randomly. And I want to see your reaction about this. Then they started reading specifically some verses or text from the Bible about women, from the Old Testament and the New Testament. I think most of you saw this thing. For example, women have no right to speak at the church. Women must be subjugated to their husbands at home. Women, if they do such and such, they must be stoned. If they did such and such, they must be lashed, must be something. It's a horrible things, okay? They keep reading as if they are from the Quran about many things. But on top of them, women. Most of those who are, stopped and they read about them, they are ladies. You can't imagine the reaction. Oh my God, what's this? Disgusting. I can't imagine. Some people still thinking this in the 21st century. Oh my God, still, this kind of reactions, amazing, When they finish, I think, okay, what do you think about women in Islam? Really, we feel sympathy in her. She's facing all these trouble things. And they express, some of them, I can't even say what they said. Ethically, I can't repeat their words. It's a big shame. When they finish, they say, okay, this is the Bible, not the Quran. Say, oh my God, really? Are you joking? You see? So now the reaction. What I need from the video. I was shocked with the following statements. At least half of them, they say, we did not know. No one told us. We have not been told about this at the school. No one said to us. No one read to us. No one told us, which means they were not informed. No idea. Simply. It was the reaction. Thank you for making, some of them, they were so fanatics, they feel very angry because he was attacking Muslims because this is their book. When he discovered it's not Muslims' book, it's his book. You can't imagine what was the reaction. You see, he felt just, very angry and just left saying some bad words, some of them, etc. Now, my point, this is a social experiment. I started telling you about the experience of yesterday. Then this video came in my mind, in my face. We do not know. No one told us. We have no idea. But this is not what we've been taught at the school. You can have an idea about the deliberately misinformation, the brainwashing of the general media or whatever. So they are misinformed. Immediately, the following ayah came to my mind. Because of it, I decided to make this khutbah. What was the ayah? وَإِنْ أَحَدٌ مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ اسْتَجَارَكَ فَأَجِرْهُ حتى يسمع كلام الله ثم أبلغه مأمنه ذلك بأنهم قوم لا يعلمون. I repeat, وإن أحد من المشركين استجارك. This ayah was revealed in Surah At-Tawbah in the status, in the context of war, fighting. We are talking, can you imagine how great Islam is? How great this Sharia is, this Sharia law is. Allah is commanding Muslims in the time of war. They are coming to kill us. They will, if they were able to capture me, they will chop my neck. Yet, if in the status of war, state of war, one of them asked the istajaraka. He asked refuge. He asked your protection. You are commanded to escort him with security and to give him the full protection. قال حتى فأجره. You are commanded to give him the jiwar, which means give him the peace, give him the message that you are protected, don't worry. Come, قال حتى يسمع كلام الله. Let him listen to the word of Allah. Why? قال ذلك بأنهم قوم لا يعلمون. Because they are a people who do not know. They don't know. Allah is commanding us. So what is the message? This is the incident. And this is the ayah. What is the message? Please, as we say in Arabic, كن أنت الإعلام البديل. Be the alternative media. Because generally speaking, the mainstream media, 24/7, they are very biased. They are not, you can see, for example, how the media has the power to change the minds of the people from the crisis of Russia and Ukraine. It's amazing. I mean, all principles, are changed in a few days. And they can brainwash the people against or with whatever it is. We are witnessing that now. So imagine that we, Muslims, under their attack since tens of years, not just for 1 week or 2 weeks or 1 month. So those people, to what degree they are misinformed and they have misconceptions about religion. Okay, I can send more than one message. First message, which is the big message for the people of the zakah, for the people of donations, for the people of the media. I assume, it's my personal, but it's not a fatwa. It's my personal point of view. If someone asks me and he has a good money, if he can make a masjid, I will ask him, please, 50% for a masjid, 50% for something to support the media to spread Islam. Or something to reach, to reach the people, to understand what happens. Copies from the Quran, TV channel, radio channel. If you want to have FM radio channel, Muslims, they do not have radio channel, by the way, FM. Forget the internet. I'm talking about the radio. I think that those who do not drive among us, they drive at least 1 hour a day. If you don't want to use the car, you use it for 1 hour a day. Some of us, we stay at cars at least sometimes 2 to 3, maybe 5 hours a day. What is the best thing to do while you are at the car? Definitely you will not watch YouTube. You will what? You will listen. So we keep just taking in anything, news. Imagine if Muslims in Ontario, at least, they have radio FM channel. By the way, it costs millions. the license to take the bandwidth, it costs millions. Just to take the license, 1.5 or 2 or 2.5 millions, because it's completely booked and they are bought. You have to convince someone to buy it from him. So you will have millions, but it deserves. Can you imagine millions of Canadians driving their cars every day? They are just listening to some nice ahadith, that's what we say here, or explanation, fixing misconceptions. This could be much more important than building masajid. We Muslims here in Canada, 1.5 millions. We have 700 masjid, Islamic center and madrasa. But no TV, no radio channel, not even one. This needs what? This is important. When you see the people, they don't know. So please, if you are from that category, if you know how to support, please do it. If you know how to initiate, do it. If you need to convince someone, then you pay. Do something. My word, it's like a awareness, okay? If you are just from the normal category like myself, okay? Do your best. Wherever you are, inform the people. Spread the awareness. Let them understand. Try to create in, very beautiful ways how to let the people ask you. Prepare yourself with the knowledge. Keep reading, watching, listening. Be ready. Most of you work with Canadians. Most of them, they are nice, good, ignorant about Islam. So this responsibility is on the shoulder of who? And let me just finish my khutbah with this terrifying ayah. رَبَّنَا لَا تَجْعَلْنَا فِتْنَةً لِلَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا. Oh Allah, don't let me be fitna for those who disbelieve. We have a lot of disbelievers in our time. They don't believe in Allah in the way. What if for him, I am the practical Quran for him? He does not care what I have in my book, but she cares with what I practice on behalf of the book. So at least let me be the visible Quran for him. Let me do it. And if you want to do more, be ready with the knowledge. When they ask you, be kind enough. Accept them. Absorb even their attack. Explain to them. You know Mus'ab bin Umair radiyallahu anhu, when he was the first ambassador in Islam. Mus'ab bin Umair, young man, 24, 25, 26 more or less according to the seerah. Young man, the first ambassador of Islam. When he went to Al-Madinah Al-Munawwara, Al-Madinah Al-Munawwara, Aus al-Khazraj, the big giants of Kufr who really need to be leaders of their tribes. The one of them, when he came, hey, you young man, how come you came just to spoil the society, to kill? What do you say? Do you mind just listening to me half an hour? I will not listen. You will lose nothing, sir. Just 10 minutes. 10 minutes, 15 minutes. أشهد أن لا إله إلا أشهد أن رسول الله. سعد بن معاذ, سعد بن عبادة. All of them became like, he was just a young man. What he was doing? Talking. That's why Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam قال خلوا بيني وبين الناس. Just remove the obstacles between me and the people and you will see. Because Islam is the haqq, the truth. Not because we think so, because Allah decided so. Allah has designed as such. We are just delivery people. We are just delivering. We are not creating. We are not, do innovations, ibda'. No. Islam is powerful by itself. Quran has its own power. I am just serving Allah. I have to be honored that I'm serving. I'm just a delivery person. I'm a post person. Okay? Assalamu alaikum. This is a message from your Lord to you and me. You and me are equal. It's not just for me because I am. No. Because this person might get into the Jannah before me. I myself might not go to the, as Muslims, what we believe. No one guarantee. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, at a certain time, he called his tribe, Ya ala Hashim, Ya ala Abdul Muttalib, La ughni ankum min Allahi. I can do nothing for you in the day of judgment. Nothing. It's your deeds. والله لو أن فاطمة بنت محمد سرقت لقطع محمد يدها. By Allah, if Fatima, the daughter of Muhammad, has done an act of stealing, she became a thief, I would chop her hand. Which means, no, so this is Islam. Imagine if this is what everyone. See, and this is, by the way, it's not an option, it's a duty and obligation. Let's think that, alhamdulillah, I'm not facing the problems in my countries, I'm living in peace. No, 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 no. By the way, there is no peace in this earth until we meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you think you will have peace, you have misunderstood the plan of Allah. يا أيها الإنسان إنك كادح إلى ربك كدحا فملاقيه الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم. We've been created in a trial and test 24/7. Don't think you will have the full peace of mind. If politically it's okay, you might face a cancer. If there is no cancer, you will be very rich. Alhamdulillah. No, tax people will take you to the prison because someone did something against you. When you finish the problem of the court, you will find that your son started dealing maybe with alcohol. You finished alcohol, you will discover maybe your daughter is trying to speak with someone. No, no, no. This is all the time struggling. Fitna, imtihan, trial. Don't think that you will have the full peace of mind. It's just it's a matter of Allah, by His wisdom, decided to let you, me, we, to be here. We have some kind of privilege. Use this privilege to serve the deen of Allah. Period. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فيا فوز المستغفرين. استغفر الله استغفر الله استغفر الله استغفر الله. إن الحمد لله نحمده سبحانه ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير. I remembered a very strange story happened maybe more than 20 years ago. I read about this story. A very rich young man from an Arab country which has a lot of money. He was living in a very, very spoiled, mischieving life in the United States. He was sent by his father to do his BA degree. But, he was just wasting the time, a lot of money, going here there. He used to have a American girlfriend, messing with her, go outside, drinking alcohol, all do these things. So he decided to marry her as a wife before going back to his country. In his country, his family are very, very conservative people. So definitely they will not accept. If they knew, they would not. But he wanted, his father, he said, I will not accept unless if the girl that you are talking about became a Muslim. Now, that girl, she's maybe secular, liberal. She does not care with any kind of haram or halal. She's non-Muslim and Allah knows what she's following. Maybe she was even an atheist. I have no idea. He came to her. He said, look, I want to marry you, to take you back to my country, but my father is insisting that you become a Muslim. That was the first time that someone is telling her that you need to. He himself is a Muslim, but he has nothing to do with practicing Islam. Now, as a liberal lady, she said, I don't mind. Bring me some books. Let me read about what you are talking about. Okay. He brought her a book. She said, look, the condition, now the agreement between you and me. 3 months, don't phone me. I will not see you. We will not go together. 3 months, after 90 days exactly, call me and I will give you my decision. She took the books, focused reading, he was, waiting, he was burning from inside. After 3 months, hello, hi, hello, what did you decide? She said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. I'm a Muslim. Alhamdulillah, but I will not marry you. What? Because you are not a Muslim. I have discovered that you are not a Muslim. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. What happened with her? What's the point? She knew. She was informed. She read. She had some knowledge to a degree that she became aware how to become a Muslim and how to judge that person who has nothing to do with Islam. But subhanallah, this is the ni'mah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The fact that I was born in an Arab country or in a very practicing superficially does not mean that I have a guarantee to go to the Jannah. No. This is not in the hand of anyone except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just to keep praying that, Ya Allah, you decided by your will, you helped me to be here. Let me be, inshallah, a reminder, okay? for مفتاحا للخير مغلاقا للشر, like an opening for any kind of goodness, and I'm a reason just to close all kind of evilness. Spreading the knowledge, supporting. If you can't speak, okay, support. You support with communication, social media, money, donation, telling, supporting, I don't know, sometimes just with your connections. Sometimes with your connections, just one telephone call, you can solve something. Many people, they can't do. So let's just, but be the focus. I am a servant of Allah, an abd lillah. My biggest reason, goal in this life, as Allah has told me, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. Verily indeed, I have not created the jinn and the human being, but to worship me, which means full obedience for Allah's will completely in my life 24/7. Part of it, I must tell the people about the one who has honored me by being a Muslim. Now, after that, in my understanding, everything is marginal. Do, enjoy, do, but marginal. The priority is this one. I'm not saying don't enjoy. Islam, Uthman bin Affan, Abdurrahman bin Auf, both of them, in our words, they were multi-billionaires. But dunya was in their hands, not in their hearts, no problem. Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, he freed about 40 slaves from the biggest Sahaba with his money. He was rich. He had money. A lot of gold and silver he used to have. He used it, no problem. No problem to be a very successful businessman. No problem even to enjoy any kind unless it's not haram. But priority, you are abdullah, you should be da'iyah to Allah in any means that Allah has provided you. أسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يرحمنا ويغفر لنا. اللهم ارحمنا فوق الأرض وتحت الأرض ويوم العرض عليك يا كريم. اللهم إنا عبيدك أبناء عبيدك أبناء إمائك نواصينا بيدك ماض فينا حكمك عدل فينا قضاؤك. نسألك بكل اسم هو لك سميت به نفسك أو أنزلته في كتابك أو علمته أحدا من خلقك أو استأثرت به في علم الغيب عندك أن تجعل القرآن العظيم ربيع قلوبنا وجلاء أحزاننا وذهاب همومنا وغمومنا يا رب العالمين. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. وأقم الصلاة.